What's up, Internet? Welcome back to some more Nerd Alert. I'm Brandon. We got Jimmy, James, and Chase. And we'll start off with some alerts. We kind of overshadowed this last week with our Spider Man talk, but wanted to bring it up this week that Wonder Man was canceled after getting renewed for season two. And the Internet is letting people know how they feel. And I am hoping that this leads to maybe some decisions being overturned. But yeah, they canceled this out of nowhere, and honestly, pretty bummed about it. Hoping that there's enough groundswell behind it to bring this
Did they
back.
explain why?
I don't remember seeing like any reason other than just like it got canceled. Like I don't remember seeing anything crazy, but I thought that was one of the coolest shows Marvel had done in quite some time. I think it still has like a pretty high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but some reason last second they were like, nope. I heard that Marvel wanted to focus less on live action TV shows, so maybe that could be part of it.
I've
But
heard that too, and I think that's kind of what we talked about with Star Wars and Mando, is they release something in the theater, they get some money. I mean, obviously people are going to say it was a bomb, whatever, but they got some money, and then they still put it on streaming and satisfy that core group. I'm wondering if Marvel's like, yeah, we can do the same and still make money.
Wonder Man's got a 91% and an 87%. You can't beat that, you know.
But
And
I
yeah,
also wonder if it's like too much Marvel, not necessarily too much Marvel, but too much Marvel and not focused in the area they want to go. So kind of like Blade. I don't know why they said they renewed it, but they want to do it, but there's no room or place to put it right now in the Marvel universe.
but that's why
I
I
don't know.
really just hope they move to this thing of just making stuff and throwing it out there because it'd be so much cooler. Even watching X-Men 97 right now, it's like, guys, just you have the rights. Just make some animated shows. Like there were two really good Avenger shows kind of right before the Disney Plus era. Earth's Mightiest Heroes and I think Avengers Assemble. Earth's Mightiest Heroes was a little more comic based, and then Assemble was definitely more like reflective of the MCU and stuff. But I don't know. You guys have the rights to these things, and it just feels like we finally got to a point that all these studios have the money and time and funds to produce their own shows, and we're getting less than ever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Marvel because that seems like a silly decision. But then on the flip side, you see almost an oversaturation. At least I don't watch them. I just when I'm flipping through the channels, I see Iron Man and Friends and Spidey and Friends and a bunch of like uber young kids shows that are Marvel based, which is cool. Got to give them while they're young. That's Kevin Smith's
Get those
area of
hooks in them.
focus. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, what's the next step from there? Because you can only do super kiddish stuff for so long. Let's have more content that would be streaming, not just, I don't know, we got millions of movies.
I would love if the end of the like the current seasons of the kid shows if it says like Iron Man and friends will return in Doomsday. Like Spider Man and his friends will return. Like I want to see that
Devil in a
incursion
bottle.
of all these cute little characters just getting wiped out from an incursion. Wolverine and Deadpool show up and just, fucking murder all the friends to let the incursion happen.
That was one of my favorite parts about Spider-Man is when they're in the classroom with the Hulk and the girl asks, why doesn't Thanos just increase the resources? Like pretty much everybody was asking. And the only answer they had was the dude, Hulk, smash.
Yeah.
Like, so you guys don't have an answer
Uh,
either. Good.
Funny. Did you see the movie yet, James?
I did. I just saw it last night.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah.
that scene right there, they're saying that student that asked that question, um, he calls on her by name. He says Cindy, and they're saying that that's supposed to be Silk. That they're inserting that. So I don't know. See how that works. They've got Tom Holland's talked a few times about them already having a plan of handing off to either another actor or a different Spider-Man. So who knows what they'll be introducing in the next ones. But now I want to know what James thought of the movie since we talked about it last week.
Well, I enjoyed it. I definitely had a few friends who made it out to be better than it was. Not that it was bad. Again, it was a fun movie. Really enjoyed it.
You didn't
Um,
call out Brandon?
I don't know. No, not Brandon. I'm talking about like people my age.
Oh,
Sorry,
oh,
Brandon.
okay. So now you're making fun
Yeah.
of Brandon because he's old. Cool.
Yeah, wow, that was a double whammy. That was
Wow.
the
It is.
jab.
So
That was
I
the
just
jab and the
so I
punch.
just can't say anything. Okay, whatever.
Now
No,
you're
it
getting
was
it.
it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Jean's introduction, and I liked that, they're not going full in on the X-Men just yet. They're kind of throwing in the some of the core characters. I do wish she wasn't Jean herself because I feel like there could be more space to set up X-Men if they had gone with like Jean's daughter or Madeline Pryor, but introducing Jean works just fine. She was great in it. Love seeing Tom back as Spider-Man again, and seeing Spider-Man get just beat the shit out of him by the writers because apparently that's just Spider-Man now. But it's the emotional beats with him and MJ and Ned were really really rough, but it was a good movie, and I really liked how it shows Peter being okay with himself as Spider-Man and someone who doesn't need to be alone.
Maynard.
Yeah, I
Maynard, excuse me.
Maynard. Is something you brought up with the gene thing is I've seen a lot of people online thinking like, oh, maybe they're gonna go with like Bendis's run where it's like the X-Men, like Kid X-Men, but it's like I think you're just getting the start of the team.
Yep.
Like it's clear that there are no X-Men, let alone mutants in the MCU. Like I think really Miss Marvel was the very first indication of like anybody with born mutated DNA. So I'm think we're just gonna get a starting point. Like
On our
uh,
Earth. Because they
yeah,
teased like Beast with Marvels.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think
Which
that
is crazy too, because like that is not the people we're gonna see in this
I
movie.
know.
And that means that she's just fucking lost. It's not like this is gonna
For
solve her
sure.
coming back. That's a different beast. That's a different Xavier. So I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But cool, dude. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I I love that movie. It is so goddamn good.
Which is
Yeah,
interesting
it
that
is.
so we went and saw it again last Sunday,
Okay.
and it was hard to get a ticket. Like we got a ticket at 9:55 at night. Um, Granted, there's three of us, so we had to make sure we had whatever all together and all that fun stuff. James finally got a ticket last night.
Oh yeah. And we lucked out. Our original tickets, there were three of us who went to see it. Original tickets were just off on the end, at least in the middle row. The group of a group of six people who had the seats after us in the row never showed up, so we just shifted down to the middle,
There you
and we
go.
got so lucky with that. But it was nice to get that experience, given that it was either front row or bust. And I personally am not going to crane my neck up to see a movie screen.
I literally don't like. I don't know. It's like, why do you have even those seats that close? That's
Well,
whatever.
not
Anyways, I digress.
I did it once way back in college when it was still the stadium seating, and I'm sorry, the general seating, and it was for Vegas Vacation. Obviously, I was still living in Ohio. Sat up the whole time. Worst movie I've ever seen. And it was mainly because of the seats. It's like, I don't know why people do this.
I,
Me and my
I, I
buddy just,
saw 2013's Evil Dead front row.
oh,
Oh my god.
It was just blood. Just
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, did you get it on you? Splash Zone.
Actually, just I'm about halfway through Evil Dead Burn. So
you're halfway through it.
yeah, didn't get a chance to watch the other half.
I'm not
Look
gonna
at
You
tell
guys
Chase.
you.
watch?
Look at Chase being like, you don't. Chase, listen. I don't have time for full movies. Sometimes you got to watch them in segments. You know what? You didn't even give Jimmy that much shit when he said he watched Weapons in 8 installments. So calm
That's what I
down.
just said. I'm keeping my mouth shut. I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Jimmy's had 15 surgeries this year, and he's older, so
That gives him
Yeah.
more of an excuse to sit in a bed and watch a movie all the way through.
Respect your elders.
No, he
No,
falls
'cause he
asleep,
falls
and
asleep.
and that's okay, Jimmy. That's okay.
Thank you, Chase. I appreciate that.
So now that we all have seen it and can talk about it, this makes way for the X-Men. I have seen since it's come out, like, everybody that loved it, myself included, I have seen some people kind of push back with like, this isn't my Jean. She was so dark. She was really fucked up to Peter. She definitely killed people. But I do think this is going to be a good ground level for the X-Men, because the other thing you think about them, I think I said it last time, was like, she is a terrorist now, and they're going to label mutants as terrorists. Damage control is going to operate outside the government as like the mutant, threat, I guess. But I'm really excited. And with that, D23 is this weekend or a week from today. And I think they're saying we might get some X-Men announcements. It does look that Samara Weaving has been cast as Emma Frost, and the other, I think that was confirmed because I saw a few notable news places report that. And then the other one is Kit Connor, or is it Kit Connor or Kit Connors?
Sure.
Is there plural? There are two of them.
I don't know. I know it's Kit Connor, I believe, from Heartbreakers.
It looks like he's going to be Cyclops.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm into this already. I'm
kind of surprised by Samara simply because her uncle, I think it's Uncle Hugo, had a notorious bad experience with Marvel in that he was the Red Skull and then never returned. Never returned.
That was it. That's her uncle?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
It's Samara Weaving. It's weird, I know.
As soon as you said it, Brandon's face is
like, no fucking way, dude. That's awesome.
I know. She's beautiful. He's not
beautiful in his own way.
He's an elf, angry elf.
Can we talk a little bit? I know it's kind of the negative stuff, but
hey, we're talking right now.
No, it's about the X-Men casting, and it's just an issue that we're already well aware of with fandom, and it's people are accusing it of the confirmed casting and then the rumors. It's all whitewashing.
Who are they whitewashing?
Most of the actors chosen are all white. But then you go look, we're literally just getting out of the bullshit with the Odyssey and that it was woke nonsense. It's you literally can't fucking win with these people.
Because it's the internet, dude. That's why you gotta just not.
No, I know. It's just it's one way or the other, no matter what. And it's just
every time.
And I'm thinking of what X-Men have been confirmed as casting or the rumors, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, the original team of X-Men were all white characters. I can't, because it's Iceman, Angel, Jean, Cyclops, and Beast.
Yeah. So I mean, that was the whole thing with him writing the X-Men, is he said there's no way like a book would have been published with black main characters. So he made it about this group of people that are still attacked and segregated for the way they were born. So that was Stan and Jack in their own way doing that. But I mean, fucking read an X-Men comic book. The amount of characters we have to choose from, like, I'm not worried about any whitewashing to anything, because there are literally hundreds of fucking X-Men you can choose from. And by the way,
the stupid ones. That's what we also talk about.
We're gonna get Jubilee and Dazzler and the gelatin guy and the dude who explodes once.
It is Jubilee's time to shine. She's on that come up.
Yeah, she produces plasma, and the best she can do is fireworks.
97?
No, she can produce plasma, and she doesn't make stars. She's wasting her power set.
Can you watch X-Men 97?
I'll get to it.
Oh, do they have like a birthday party? Do they have a birthday party? And she's like, pee, pee, pee.
We here in Nerd Alert are Jubilee supporters. We are not. We are Jubilee supporters through and through.
I stand on both sides. I stand on both sides because it's funny. Hey, once you start liking Ben Reilly, I'll start appreciating Jubilee better.
All right. Anyways, that's who we have so far. I heard originally they were going to go with the original team, which I think would be great because I'm a huge Archangel fan and would love to see that done properly. But now it looks like there's talks of people being in talks for Rogue and with Emma Frost. I mean, if you have her cast as Emma Frost, that means you're starting out with a Hellfire Club of some kind. I would
thought I
assume.
saw casting rumors about Sebastian as well.
Mm-hmm. Which I would also like to add, Brand New Day had a lot of Rogue color scheme nods, which I found very interesting. That it's like, why are we referencing Rogue's colors? What's going on here? And I don't know if it
Really?
was intentional or not. Well, the headband was green and yellow, which are famously Rogue's suit colors.
Well,
There
that is
was
also Phoenix stuff.
that too, that too. So it's
I mean,
really not
if
that
that's what that
original.
was, but I
But you
kind of
bring up a
thought,
good point because a lot of the characteristics they gave her as Jean Grey are things that were more rogue
That is
as
true.
far as
Losing
evil.
losing family, being treated horribly because she was a mutant, and then having to run away.
well, she's on her way to upstate New York, so you know that's going to lead to something. But
What's there? Oh, Colossus. Colossus and Negatina, whatever mutant.
Magic?
Magic? We're gonna get magic?
Well,
No,
no,
I
they
was
were.
talking about just the two that are in Deadpool. They're always at the
Oh,
mansion and nobody else is there.
Negatonic,
See?
Negatonic, Teenage
Negasonic.
Negasonic
No,
Warhead. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. There we
there
go.
you go.
And
Landed that
Colossus.
plane.
It took me a minute. A little bit of turbulence.
How would you? Now that we have had a Colossus in these Deadpool movies, do you want when we get Colossus to be full CGI, or do we want somebody who turns it on and off?
I kind of, when they first did Deadpool, I was like, oh man, that's bummer they're not bringing over the guy that's been in the X-Men to do it. I thought he was, good stuff. Specifically remember him from X2. Um, but then when I saw the Deadpool version, I'm like, you know what? It's completely different. Definitely more the Russian side of things. I kind of dig that Deadpool. So I guess I could go either way.
I, as a somebody who knows about the budgets of these films, I think it would be wise to not have them in metal form all the time, but I don't
Yeah,
hate I don't hate purely metal Colossus. I honestly find it funnier that he just never turns the power off.
I think we are too getting to a point that it feels like for a while here in the MCU, once it really started like cooking, is it did become like a offering every celebrity in a Marvel role. And I do like the idea of a new young cast of actors getting thrown into these franchises and these characters that we get to see grow a little bit. I saw somewhere they were talking about Daphne Keene being X-23 again, but I feel like that's a if we're doing the Hellfire Club and a Wolverine clone, but not Wolverine already. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself with the thoughts. I have to be patient and wait till things actually get announced. But
I'd love to see her back.
I
I
don't
think
know.
she was fantastic. And I guess that's sort of the thing that when they showed Jean Grey, but we're very established into the Marvel universe, and now we're for the first time seeing mutants in the main storyline. It's kind of confusing. I'm like, wait a minute, so they're not been here? So like it makes no sense to have an X-23 because Wolverine hasn't really been around that long as far as needing to clone him and all that fun stuff. So it
Yeah,
really kind of gets confusing on okay, where are we? But then you have like Fantastic Four, where they just set up that we're not in this normal MCU universe, and we're not even starting with the beginning of how they got their powers by going into space. We're going to explain that along the way. So honestly, Marvel's done so good. I hate to put so much trust into a studio, but I trust what they're doing and have been doing.
yeah. I feel the same way. I think this is, and it's going to be a breath of fresh air. I guess we're probably going to step back from Avenger centric for a while. Like I said, what I really hope this leads to is a X Mansion in California Adventure. That's what I want. I want an X Mansion ride or experience or walkthrough that you can do in person in Disneyland. That's
Would
what
you
I'm
just
waiting.
like sit in Xavier's yellow chair and just go through the mansion?
Sick.
Kind of
It'd be
like
so
Haunted Mansion, but not
actually-
nearly as exciting.
No way, that'd actually be way cooler. Welcome.
Yeah, and when
foolish
you're getting
human.
on the ride, they inject your legs so you can't feel
can't
your
move.
legs anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
yeah. Welcome, foolish human. I think that'd be fun. And then, like, you get to the big ballroom and everybody's fighting in the dining area.
And that's where the Sentinels just rip the roof out and come at
Yeah.
you. And then
Okay,
Jubilee dies.
I hope they're watching this and we're gonna get a cease and desist because they're like, this is our intellectual property. Thank you for the idea.
Could they do it like a Star Wars ride kind of thing?
Oh, like Rise of the Resistance. Actually, that'd be sick as shit. God, now I want to go back to Disneyland.
All right, hear me out. Guided tour from Deadpool.
I'm cool with Deadpool not
Interesting. Not being
around.
right. Ooh, but what if Deadpool shows up and in the first 30 seconds kills Jubilee? Yeah.
Oh
now
my
we're done.
God.
No, try to do some growing here. We try to have some discussions, and then we just lead right back to this.
It's like Hollywood. We're just going to talk about the same things, make the same movies,
Over and over.
Hey,
same tentpoles. Come
you
on.
start liking Ben Reilly. I'll join your side on Jubilee.
I have to say, James, Madison was looking at just artwork because she did some a spider thing and then a Punisher thing, and she came across just an image of Scarlet Spider, and she's like, "This looks stupid." I was like,
Hey, there we go.
Wait, which one? Which one?
The
The
sweatshirt
90s one with the sweatshirt? Oh,
the only one.
That was the best.
No.
That was the best version of that costume.
it is. I hate the Kane Parker one because it's like you took what was fun about the 90s one and then you just made a black and red Spider-Man, but then you have Miles, who is an infinitely better suit.
Kane's
So it's
not.
like, what?
Kane's not.
Yeah, he becomes the Scarlet Spider for a little bit down in Texas.
Hey, James, I don't know if you can tell, but Jimmy's grooming your sister to replace you.
With better opinions. Can we ask her her thoughts on Jubilee? No,
I'm not sure I want to hear these opinions because,
as
I'm going through, I'm like, well, I showed her Jaws.
it.
She thought that was stupid. E.T., she thought that was stupid. Friday the 13th, she thinks that's stupid. I'm like,
you know what?
You know
James,
what? That was
James gets to stay after hearing that crap. No,
that was
James
the first time I think Jimmy's ever been speechless. I thought he froze.
I legitimately was going through it. I'm like,
she probably is going to think Jubilee's cool.
like she would. Damn it.
Well, that's assuming she'd like the X-Men in the first place. Because I don't know how much she does.
She is down because of Spider-Man with Jean Grey.
I can see that.
She's not, to my knowledge, she's not seen any of the X-Men movies that have existed.
She might
other
like
than
him.
Deadpool.
She might like him because of Hugh Jackman. I don't know how much she'd be invested in the other characters, though.
But that's the weird thing. To her, Hugh Jackman's just, the greatest showman from the movie. She doesn't really give a shit about Wolverine. So I don't know if she'd dig that or not. She might not like him as a superhero.
I only laugh because I was listening to a podcast talking about how bad of a person P.T. Barnum was.
Yeah.
Like, man, they left a lot of those songs out of the movie.
Yeah, so imagine the Elephant Man, except the dude parading around the Elephant Man was like 100 times worse.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I missed that movie. I missed that song though. Wish they would have sung more about that.
I like how they do that, and they don't really look at history in general. It's like, I like how you're going to just pick out this one man because he's got the movie, but look at all the other a-holes in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, J.D. Rockefeller wasn't exactly a good dude.
No.
Yeah. So calm down.
Yeah, any robber baron during the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
Anyways, Chase, do we have any new physical medias that you would like to show off to the crowd?
Yeah, so I think I already talked about this before, but I found out some info that's kind of maybe a little disturbing, I guess, in terms of collecting
for physical media.
Is the Shout Factory release of Pleasantville. The company Shout Factory, they haven't commented on it yet, but people have discovered that they took out a line from the movie and nobody knows why. And it's clear censorship, and nobody understands why they did it.
What
But
do
one
we
of the
know what they
biggest
took out?
reasons people collect is for preservation of film, and when they start touching that, it's concerning for sure.
What was the line?
It's towards the end of the movie, and I assume everyone's seen it.
Yeah, a long time ago.
It's
But
been a
yeah.
while. Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon's character is talking to Toby, and she says something along the lines of, "I did the whole slut thing, and it didn't work out," or something. That was it, and they removed it, and nobody understands why. And people made a point that it's actually a big character turn for her. It's her growing as a character. So it's actually a pivotal moment, and they
Yeah.
cut it out for some reason, and nobody knows why.
That is very weird.
Yeah, I would
And
think
like I
that's a
said, this is
studio decision.
they haven't commented on it yet. This is supposed to be about preservation of film, and they're fucking with it. So
100%. That's
and they compared the run times, and it's only about 3 seconds, but first it's 3 seconds, then it's a minute, then it's whole scenes, and
well.
then
I think I want to say I think there's a cut of It's a Wonderful Life that Amazon had up last year that literally took like 25 minutes out of the movie, and it's like why I don't know. Yeah, why edit anything like that? I know actually if you watch Muppets Christmas Carol on Disney Plus, they remove an entire song out of it. The when he goes back to the past, and I think it's when he sees himself in like the schoolhouse or whatever. That portion, there's a song that they remove. They like totally remove, just cut out because they said that it didn't move and kids got bored watching it, so they just removed that part of the movie entirely.
Like even from and that was in the theatrical run? Because I don't remember that one.
It was in the original songs in the theatrical run. They removed it when it came to Disney Plus.
Huh.
So by their logic, we could just cut down Citizen Kane to a good 25 minutes and be done.
Yeah.
I like the sound of this.
Well, there's a new one where after he drops the snow globe, it just cuts to a guy and it goes, it was his sled. And then
Better,
I like
man.
that cut of Citizen Kane. Rosebud. Rosebud was the sled. Roll credits.
Yeah,
it.
that's dangerous, Chase, because like if you see it in the theater, you can't take that film home. So you are relying on physical media, DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever, when they're first. And if you say VHS, they're going to punch you. But you relying on those. So if they're changing them even from the theatrical release to home video, that's crazy.
I think
I like
no, you were
Oh,
saying.
sorry. Oh,
No,
I was just gonna mess with my father and say I like how you pointed out VHS, but Laserdisc still exists.
I'm gonna let you point things out to your dad. That's fine. Give your dad shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't. It's just so shitty to alter things like that. I think there's a difference between like blatant racism and being like, I'm not going to watch this movie because it's outright racist, and watching a movie and understanding where things were at that point in history. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't think there's I don't know. I think you should leave everything the way it was. And if something is a movie that is made with the intention of being derogatory, then yeah, don't fucking watch it. It's probably a shitty, stupid movie to begin with. But anything that shames somebody or does, like, I feel like that's part of what.
Well, if you're that concerned about people getting offended, put a little warning up. I can live with that.
Disney does with their animated shit now is like,
Well,
hey,
that's
Yeah, they
the last-
started. I think when they play Rush Hour on television now, they'll have a little warning that comes up.
Yeah.
About racial stereotypes and things like that.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot with things. But that's the last time I remember seeing that and it being a big controversy was when E.T. was re-released and they took out all the guns.
Yeah.
And put in like radios in their hands and stuff.
Walkie-talkies.
That's so stupid because it's clearly an 80s film, and we all know anything went in the 80s. At least Spielberg came out and said why he did it. I can't fathom how this happened, and nobody has an answer of why they did it. I mean, at least
Why?
be honest, be like, we didn't like her representing that way. Okay.
What was Spielberg's reason? Do you remember?
Yeah, he just didn't want guns and violence. Even though you're showing ET like die and shit and scientists.
Yeah,
But he
in
didn't
the
want,
movie that's famously about the scientists treating an alien like shit.
well, because they're chasing kids, so they did not want
Right.
the guns and the kids, is basically my take on it.
Cut to 20, 30 years later with Stranger
Yeah.
Things.
And they're opening fire on kids riding their bikes, like they're just gunning them
Well,
down.
I was gonna say, not to get dark, but look at modern America. It's not like.
Hey.
Hey-oh.
Um,
Go to the ballroom,
But
motherfucker.
anyways,
Yeah.
you know, somebody made a joke. We were talking about editing movies and AI and all that stuff, and somebody said, "What if you used AI and took the current cut of Star Wars and used AI to return it to the original cut of Star Wars?"
You'd get hardware wars, I'm sure.
Can you put everything back and make Jabba the Hutt just a big dude instead of the? Yeah, that'd be fun.
but the cut already exists. There's physical media of it.
Well, that was the joke with AI of.
I didn't know it was a joke. I thought it was like a genuine inquiry from someone.
In more positive news, this coming Tuesday, by the time this is up, I think it'll already passed, but after almost 5 years of waiting, Zach Krager's Barbarian is finally getting released.
Let's go.
For whatever reason, they just shoved it onto Hulu and forgot about it.
Well, I mean, he's about to direct a new franchise. He's got some shit going on. I think they're like, oh wait.
Well, without the success of Weapons, and we don't get Barbarian, so
I could talk about Weapons for like another fucking 3 hours. I love that movie so much.
Did anyone see? Do you want to get into what we've been watching, or
Yeah,
sure.
Or do we get to that at the end? I'm not sure.
yeah, well,
We can do it.
jump into it, dude.
Did anyone see Eli Roth's Ice Cream Man?
I've seen everyone talking about Eli Roth's Ice Cream Man, but I have not seen it yet.
It's as bad as you've been hearing. It's fucking awful. And there's
That's
a
too
whole
bad,
lot of
'cause
AI in it.
I'm not the biggest fan, but Thanksgiving redeemed him.
Thanksgiving was fun to me.
I
It was exactly
enjoyed
what
it. I thought it was good. It's worthwhile. I'm like,
Thanksgiving was good.
he's back
But
on my okay list, and then to hear this, like,
what's funny is he recently just came out saying that they need to stop. I don't remember the exact quote, so I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something along the lines of they need to stop giving so much access to YouTubers to the film industry. And then he goes and makes this fucking thing.
Yeah, make better films, dude.
And everyone's like, you know what? People like Curry Barker and Mark Plier and what Kane Parsons are doing is that they're actually making compelling cinema. And you're making AI use fucking movies. Like,
but
what
he's
are you
not
doing?
wrong, because you got 3 names there out of millions who are making crap on YouTube. So he's not wrong.
I
But
get what you're saying, but yeah,
get
I mean, it's just, man, he's had a weird go lately.
Yeah.
The movie, I'll be honest, the thing that messed me up is I thought he was doing a version of the comic book, The Ice Cream Man, that has it's an indie comic that has been gaining popularity. It's an anthology horror book, which I have heard since is getting talked about as a TV show, which could be cool. But I don't know if just the negative press around the name Ice Cream Man now is going to skew that or not. But man, people online before there was even the animated thing with the AI or whatever, I saw a lot of people just being like, it's not even that it's like we're trying to shit on him. It's just not a good movie story wise, like top to bottom. So
Yeah,
you watched those days? You watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched it. They sent a screener for it. And luckily, I didn't have to pay for it.
just no good all around.
It's pure shock value. That's it. There's no, and the acting is atrocious, and it's just
So saying that it's shock value, though, I feel like that's who he was. I mean, that's what the Hostel movies were. That's what Green Inferno, I felt like.
that's his niche for sure.
Do you
For
think? Do you
sure.
think that like audiences are getting just past that shot? Well, okay, I would say they are not, because I mean, look at the popularity. I know Jimmy hates it, but look at the popularity behind Terrifier. Like that's all shock factor to me,
Yeah.
and people love that shit. So I wonder what it was that he just missed the mark with this.
Maybe it's the AI stuff.
Like people are just raging against that.
I mean, I've just heard that, and I agree that the movie's not very good. The plot is very thin. It's all just designed so he can do, have kids killing people, which is fine, I guess. But
Hmm.
Interesting. Have been watching anything else?
On the other side,
yesterday I just saw.
I was gonna say, on the other side of the spectrum, I watched Ted Lasso.
We're rewatching it right now. We're almost done with season 1. We're gonna barrel through, so we have a few episodes to binge of the new season.
It's good thing you're doing that, because I've again similarly read people hate it, and then all of a sudden they're dragging in season 3 and how bad that was, and I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about? And it's like you're setting up a whole new storyline. It's no different than like after Endgame, where like it's a different universe now. Ted needs to establish where he is and what he's doing before we can really get in the meat of the story. But that's where I hate people are like, no, I want it right where it picked up, left
It's
off.
also been like one episode, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Calm down.
And it was good. It was fine. It just wasn't, them going up against Man City and finally beating them. It's like, chill out, guys. Being ridiculous. But yes, I enjoyed it. It was good stuff. And it's they're back. It's cool.
I mean, we're almost through season 1, and I've almost cried like 3 times. So,
And it's weird because there does seem to be a smear campaign this time around. Like I've seen so many articles that I never saw before about how Jason Sudeikis and Bill Lawrence sort of had a falling out in season 3, I guess it was, or maybe it was even season 2. I'm like, okay, never heard that before. All of a sudden, that's a thing, and you're just seeing some a lot more. And I know this was a thing with him and his ex-wife Olivia Wilde, but it seems to be now a bigger thing. And it's like, why are we knocking this show versus just judging it on its merits? Or bringing up other shit. I don't know. It's very annoying to me.
yeah, that's shitty to hear. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, okay, I'm still gonna watch it, and I still enjoyed it, but I don't know why I gotta bring up bullshit.
What else were you saying you were watching, Chase?
I just saw the 20th anniversary of The Departed.
The Departed?
The Departed.
Did they park the car?
Are you a fucking cop?
Did
Huh?
I say, are you a fucking cop?
Are you a cop?
Did they add anything to it?
No, it's just
They changed all the guns to walkie-talkies.
Mm-hmm. They cut out a single line for no reason.
I didn't know if they had like Martin Scorsese talking more about.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Martin Scorsese made a cameo appearance as his character in Taxi Driver, where he just says a really racist shit for like 2.5 minutes. And all the guns have been changed to walkie-talkies.
I've said it before, and I still stand by it. That movie, as great as it is, doesn't work without the flip phones. If that movie's made now, it doesn't have the same impact.
With iPhones?
Because a lot of times he'll cut a scene with the sound effect of the flip phone closing, and it adds such a level of just
that's funny.
Great. It's just a great sound effect,
Whereas now you just do the button push, just the.
Well, they can they really close it in anger, Yes. Now it'd be like.
Well, no, it's back right. Spider-Man, Sony, thank you for putting in product promotion. They folded that, so you got that new one.
I could not stop seeing the product placement watching Spider-Man. I saw like all the product placement. I'm like, I hate this. I can see every major product placement.
The Bureau, Tom Holland.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
That was great. He knows what's up. That's what
I'm
happens when
surprised at one point they didn't have Peter like walk into Ned's place, and they're talking about how Ned doesn't need a disc for his PlayStation. You know what I mean? Just
We had
really
they have
shove
like an
that in.
MIT level discussion of yes, it's much preferred not to have physical media. We love having everything stored on our hard drive and in the cloud.
Digital's the way.
I love it. That's a great one.
I love my digital only Sony PlayStation 5.
Who
Yeah, they
needs to
started putting, I
express
guess,
look?
on the hard drive versions or the actual disc versions of the PS5s. They're putting up warnings now, I guess, on the box saying after 2028 that they won't produce any more physical discs for it. So
Wow.
they're doubling down on it.
Again.
I
Well, I
fear
mean,
Sony
they're
will.
backing off, but
I fear Sony will see a drop off in sales soon.
Hope so.
And
I don't know. I think we expect too much of people. But,
let a man
Have you
dream.
seen who our
Right?
president is? Yeah.
yeah, exactly. James,
And,
what have you been watching?
oh, sorry.
I've been binging Modern Family, enjoying that because that's one of the big 2010s comedy shows I have yet to finally sit down and watch.
It's so funny. It's so clever too. I love
Oh,
that
and
show.
I appreciate how it kind of it takes Arrested Development with like the family that's constantly getting in its own way, but instead of them being, dicks about it, it's more just everyone's kind of a little stupid. And it's a lot more fun watching that as opposed to Arrested Development, where I'm genuinely mad that these people can't just stop being assholes. But Arrested Development, I love it. But the Modern Family's been great. I finally sat down and watched Close
I want to talk.
Encounters.
I want to talk about Modern Family real quick. One of my favorite scenes ever is where Ed O'Neill, who did play professional football, didn't really make it, but tried out with the Steelers, is sitting next to Cam, and they're watching college football, and he's being gay like he is, and he goes, "And surprise, I was a lineman at the University of Indiana," and you're like, "Fucking hell, that's hilarious." He played football. It's just so stupid funny, and there's so many scenes like that. They're perfect.
Yeah, I adore Phil's character as the. He has his moments of brilliance, but he is definitely average intelligence at
Well,
best.
that was a weird one because I only knew him from Dawn of the Dead, the remake, a really smart ass dick. So when he shows up as this character, and it's like, wow, I really liked him in Dawn of the Dead. But then, he grows on you as being this real kind of non-alpha, really wanting, I don't remember Ed O'Neill's character, but him to just kind of give him any kind of attention whatsoever. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun watching it. I definitely see why it's a modern classic, so to speak, pun intended. But aside from that, I've also finally sat down and watched Disclosure Day and Close Encounters of the Third Kind to round out my Spielberg Alien Contact films. I really enjoyed both. I think Close Encounters, in my opinion, was the better of the two. Not that,
Had you never
they're
seen Close
bad.
Encounters?
I had not. I had only seen E.T. and that's been a while since I've rewatched it. But I really enjoyed both. I thoroughly enjoyed how honest Spielberg was with Disclosure Day, and how damning it was of the U.S. government. Really, really appreciated how honest he was with that.
Have you guys seen that
I
one yet? Disclosure Day? Chase Brennan?
Yeah,
No,
we
I'm
talked
not.
about it.
Okay.
I
It
won't give
was
too much away though.
it was
Then
surprisingly like I don't know what I
Mhm.
expected because the commercials didn't give away much. It
Oh
was
yeah.
good. I really enjoyed
Oh, and the performances were incredible. Colin Firth was great. Emily Blunt was amazing. I'm trying to think of some of the other actors' names in it, and I'm blanking. But
Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, he
yes,
was.
thank you.
He's usually like I know him from Walking Dead, so I'm like, dude, he's always a dick and like a backstabbing dick. So in this, I was like, damn, nice. I really enjoyed
And
his
it
character.
it sucks studying physics because I'm watching the scene where he's doing the complex integration, and I'm like, I've done that math before. I know that equation. You got to be fucking kidding me. And it keeps coming up. Watching Spider-Man, they were talking about lattice quantum chromodynamics, and I'm like, I know what that is. I know what this is. and it haunts me. But anyways, I also really liked Close Encounters. I really enjoyed how dearly optimistic it was about humanity's first contact with aliens, and that it's not, oh, let's get them as specimens and cut them open. It was just, let's say hi, and
Yeah,
it was.
Disclosure Day was the other end of that.
Oh yeah, very much so. I was holding back tears during a specific scene, which I'm sure those of you who have seen it can think of, because it was like,
How great was that news anchor lady though?
oh, incredible. Just the
Just came
I
out of nowhere, man.
oh
She
yeah,
was so good.
I was there with her. What while things were going down, it was not fun. But
But then I love
yeah,
like references to like Project Hail Mary, where
mm,
they do these tapping on the glass and it sounds like
yeah.
the music for Close Encounters. And
Mhm.
then he's like, oh, you're pointing. Oh. And it's just like a stupid joke, but it's like dun, 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 dun. You're like, oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's not what you're doing. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, and it was so funny because I didn't know what to expect of Close Encounters, so to finally see it and have my expectations completely blown out of the water was great. And I think the best part of Close Encounters was John Williams' score, and it really brings that film together. And he does leitmotif like no other, especially with the bum 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 bum. That's great stuff. And I loved Richard Dreyfuss' character, just like, yeah, I'll go. That's me. I would have just left. I would have gone with the aliens, been like, peace out, assholes. I'm going to space.
I always found it funny that that movie just kind of glosses over that he abandons his entire family.
Yeah, they really that part I didn't so much care for,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
maybe it was kind of the thing that they were both like, this is better for all of us if you just.
well, you build um a giant model of Devil's Tower in your own home. Maybe it's better that you don't stay.
And
Jimmy,
I gotta
weren't
be
you just
honest,
at this hour?
we just went, yeah, and that it's unbelievable how amazing that thing is. Like if you told me aliens did it, I'd be like, yep, I get it. Cool.
I don't
Because
I
it
don't
makes no sense.
remember. Do they ever explain why he builds it in his kitchen, not just outside? Is it
I
is it just so he doesn't want to concern the neighbors? Because they're
I thought it
watching him
was
literally diving through his kitchen window and chucking dirt into the
I thought it
window.
was an 80s neighbors thing. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, let's chill out. Let's not let the neighbors know that you're insane.
Narratively, they don't ever outright explain it. I just assumed it's because, he was contacted, he was touched, and so there's no real logic behind it. It's
Okay.
just showing the insanity. I didn't grow up in the 80s. I would hope that's obvious. So I
And I
have
should
no
say, I
idea
don't
if
want the nerds
there's
to come at
extra
us.
cultural stuff.
I don't want the nerds to come at us. It's the late 70s. My bad. I know they're going to be like,
Oh,
ooh.
excuse me. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, that was on me. I said 80s.
It
That
was
was
what, 70, 76 was Close Encounter? No, 77, because it was same year as Star Wars.
Which is one of my favorite stories too, is that George and Steven made a bet. And George bet Steven that Close Encounters was going to beat out Star Wars at the box office. And Steven disagreed and said, no, I think Star Wars is going to beat out Close Encounters. So they traded 1 percentage point for each movie. So George owns 1% or whatever of Close Encounters, and Steven owns 1% of Star Wars. Guess who made out better?
Well, you know who
Yes.
won? You
spoiler
won.
alert. They both did.
You know who won no matter what? John Williams
Yeah,
composed
it
both
was like
scores.
Great. But
it's-
that's
There's
another
no
one.
losing there.
I don't remember the specifics because I didn't see it in theaters when it first came out. But they've altered the ending on that one too. And I think it was something to do with they didn't show the aliens at first, and then they showed more of the aliens, and then they actually showed on board or something. I can't remember the exact specifics, but they changed that one too.
Well, there were definitely three different types of aliens because there's the long, lanky dude you see at first, and then there's like the traditional 3 foot tall grays, and then there's one that's like human height at the end when the French guy does the hand signal, and it's like,
I
cool,
think it
we're
would have been
all
really
right.
cool if you just saw Richard Dreyfuss in the background of the bar at Tatooine. just, just, just not acknowledged. Like maybe just like the back of him, like you see like the shirt he was wearing, and
Like Christian
he's
Bale
just
in Dark Knight
yeah.
Rises.
Everyone being like, guys, there's a lot to explore out here in space. This is great.
Well, that would have been great too because Harrison Ford was in American Graffiti. So if they gave me a little wink, wink, like they were both
Did
racing
you
the
say
car.
in Tatooine you find him there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cantina.
Can you imagine like getting on a spaceship with aliens and going across the galaxy, and you end up in a place that looks like the fucking Nevada desert? I
And
mean,
and this dude just pulls out a sword and cuts off a guy's arm at the bar, and you're just like, holy shit. Why did I
Dude,
leave
Love and
Earth?
villainy.
I would be so pissed, especially being a Nevada resident, going to a fucking desert planet. I'd be like, you
yeah,
gotta
come
be fucking
on.
kidding
Hey,
me.
you know that place you're from?
Yeah.
Imagine if the whole planet was like that.
Fuck.
I've got a place for you.
Yeah,
Well,
I
And then
lose
when you
my
yell at
I'd
them,
mind.
they're
rather
like,
have
yeah,
that
there's
than
another one.
crash land on Mon Calamari and be like, I'm from the desert. Now I'm just in water.
Dude,
This
that sounds
sucks.
awesome. Ocean planet? Hell yeah.
Just
Hell yeah.
water, nothing else.
Yeah, dude. It's
Big
like,
ass whales and shit just kind of swimming around you.
yeah, dude. It sounds
The
awesome.
Meg coming and nibbling on your toes. I don't think so.
Well, I just wouldn't ever go deeper than like 50 feet.
Forest Moon of Endor.
They'll come
Hope
to you.
I don't get murdered and can befriend the Ewoks. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm with
They
Brandon.
had
I'll
a
go
dress
with
for a reason.
befriend.
They had a dress for a reason.
Well, not to mention all the stormtroopers they definitely maimed.
Well, no, I mean, I think, like I said, I think they're a war species that, they befriended. I think if you landed on the Forest Moon of Endor, you would be hunted and killed immediately by the Ewoks.
Although I will
Dathomir,
say-
put me with the witches. Let
I
them
will
use me.
say,
Pound me.
whoa.
Yep.
I will say, I would rather end up on Tatooine than have our entire planet paved over for an intergalactic highway. So, come on, no Hitchhiker's Guide, nothing.
Wrong franchise. Go
All
to
of you
Valhalla.
disappoint me.
Can we talk movie news?
Oh yes.
Everyone's favorite hero lately, Mr. Brendan Fraser. He is currently finishing up a movie called Starman. No relation to the '84 movie,
Or the David Bowie song.
correct? And it sounds okay. It sounds a little too close to home to The Martian. He plays some kind of scientist that literally gets stuck on Mars. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
Is this the sequel to
In other Brendan Fraser movie news, they're doing The Mummy with like most of the original cast returning.
That's what I was
How
going to
about
say.
that?
He's literally jumping from that into The Mummy this month. They start filming this month.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm
Speaking
so
of
excited.
deserts, going from the desert of Mars to the desert of wherever, Egypt. Nice.
I just find
Well-
it funny that a big controversy with the third movie is that he felt he was pushed too hard and he ended up getting really injured. And for him to do a big sci-fi movie like the Starman one and then to go immediately into The Mummy kind of seems like he's I just hope he's not making the same mistakes is all.
I think there's a lot
I'm
less
sure.
necessary. Like they don't need him and his body nearly as much as they did back when they
Yeah.
made the first movies.
I was like, I'm sure there are ways around all of that now, and just with
I think he's probably in a better position to tell them to go fuck themselves,
yeah, or say this is what I'll be doing, this is what I won't be doing.
Well, and there's a big thing about pride being like, dude, I'm too old. I don't give a fuck. Carry my equipment to the actual shooting grounds versus when you're, in your 20s or 30s, you're like, I'm tough. I can do it all.
I just want to say that I'm happy that Brendan Fraser has gotten the notoriety he deserves because he's always been great, and it's good to see him back on this come up of popularity and movie roles, and he's outstanding. So,
and then there's a new Benny Safdie movie about to go into production with Dwayne Johnson joining again with Regina Hall, I believe.
I just saw his post on that, and I already am uninterested due to the way The Rock posts about his movies. He literally.
And I wanted to read the premise to you. So the name of the movie is a new Benny Safdie movie. He did Marty Supreme, stuff like that. It's called Lizard Music.
Yeah.
Pretty weird. And this is the premise. It says a young boy stumbles upon strange lizard musicians on a late-night TV, leading him to befriend a peculiar man with an elderly chicken. Their quest for answers reveals hidden worlds and an
That's even
unlikely
funnier to me.
but magical friendship.
Cool.
That's even funnier to me because The Rock literally just posted about it and he was like, "This one's going to be a wild one. Strap in." And it's like, dude, stop talking about everything that you're doing. You make it sound uninteresting.
Oh, he's got to talk in motivational, poster speak.
Oh
We're going to
God.
synergize the energies of this film to make something epic.
Sadly,
like,
before we saw the second Spider-Man, saw it again. One of the trailers was the new Jumanji movie, and sadly, it looked good.
I like the Jumanji movies.
Jumanji movies look great. Those have been fun.
Well, he's in it, obviously, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, but
I don't hate him. I think he has a very specific lane, and when he's in it, it might be repetitive at times, but it can be good.
Yeah, but he's getting to the point for me where it's like, bro, you done fucked up bad, in my opinion, with Black Adam and what he did with Henry Cavill. And it's like you're way outside your lane. Now I'm really not digging some of the decisions you're making.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, just be in a movie and let like the marketing team do the press. We don't need you hyping up everything you're doing and changing the game and changing the land. Like, it's just like it's the same shit for every fucking movie he's in. That he's like, this one's going to be a bit. Just stop.
You
Just
can
act in the movie and let the trailer come out.
You can just see him throwing his weight around with everything.
Yeah.
It was
It's not
so
fun.
obvious with Moana, and it seems like he's just going to do it again.
Maybe that's why I like him and Kevin Hart going on promotional tours, because yes, he's physical dominating, but Kevin Hart's wicked smart, so he's also putting him in his place. It's like, okay, I dig these two together.
Don't
I
disagree
think
with
too.
that.
Well, I think he gives Johnson like a sounding board to work off of him instead of directing it at all of us.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's very.
So what I'm hearing is, Brandon, when I go to make my super epic awesome films, every time I'm going to post on my socials like, this film's going to be epic and super awesome.
Try my tequila.
Changing the game.
All Brandon's going to be doing is like, I know that guy.
We invented the reel.
Like, James, you literally, you didn't have any extra roles that I could star in, you fucking jerk.
Oh, I'll put you in the background. You know,
That's
it'll be back. It'll be back of your head.
Fine.
Nobody
Totally fine.
Brandon,
I'll be
like, I don't even have
You don't
tickets to give you to opening weekend. I'm sorry.
I'll be like Mike Wazowski, where like my face gets blocked out, but I'm like, guys, did you see me?
You cannot encourage me like this. I will do that.
Yes, I'm here for it. I'll be like, guys, look, did you see me? That was me. That was me right there. Oh my God.
Wow.
I got cut.
You'll literally put him in the background facing opposite the camera. And he'll
Yeah, that's fine. I will be like, oh my God, guys, look, that was me.
I'll make every spoken line he has, make sure his face is covered by something.
That's the back of my head. Did you see it?
I'm hoping you have a party scene where he is dressed up in a big, heavy garb, alien outfit, whatever, in the middle of the desert. So you can't even see his face. He can claim it's him, but it's going to be a miserable filming location. That's what I envision.
Listen, James, there's nothing in this that you're going to make me go, I'm not doing that. Yes, I'm here for it. Let's have.
So you'd appear buck naked on film.
I mean, now
are you punishing?
Did I find the limit?
Who are you punishing here?
Did I find the limit?
Yeah, exactly. Are you trying to hurt your audience?
All I'm hearing, Brandon,
I'm
is
just trying to see what you won't do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like now we're going into James's fantasy.
Shawshank 2, Electric Boogaloo. Brandon's in the shower scene, and he cannot not drop the soap.
Except I'm just actually that scene. It's the exact same, but at the end, it just pans to me standing there, and I'm just like, holy shit, that was a lot.
This is starting to sound like the scene in Zach and Mary Make a Porno. And
I'm trying not to cough so they don't know that I'm there and just witness that whole thing. But I'm just standing in the corner like, what the fuck was that?
Watching the soap, like
this is terrifying.
Yeah, I got a contract to do the next Human Centipede. You could be in it. You'll be in the Centipede. You down for that?
That's a starring role, dude.
Nice.
Like,
Is that a remake? It's more like a reimagining.
We're
All the-
trying.
Wow.
We're trying
all
new
the
stitching
guns-
methods: mouth to mouth, ass to ass, ear to ear.
Human, human centipede, but any guns have been replaced with walkie-talkies. So,
Nice.
What was that Scooby Doo ass laughing?
all right. Well, does that seem like a good place to end it?
I don't think I've got any more.
I'm good.
All right. Well, guys, with the Scooby Doo laugh, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And until next time.
Wait,
have a good
tell
week.
them to watch the movies.
Oh, yes, please. Make sure you guys check out Mask of Phantasm and Silence of the Hams, available on YouTube. It's okay if you've never heard of it, because we hadn't either, but we'll be doing a double feature at the beginning of next month. And yeah, please check those out so we can talk about them. But until next time, have a nerdy week.